While U.S.-Iran tensions dominate headlines, another dangerous flashpoint is escalating in South Asia. India and Pakistan, two nuclear-armed rivals with decades of hostility, are once again locked in military standoffs and rising diplomatic breakdowns. But in 2025, the situation is more complex than ever. Pakistan isn't just clashing with India, it's also facing an internal political crisis that threatens to divide the country from within. This episode of Politics Daily breaks down the latest border flare-ups, the rising unrest inside Pakistan, and what's at stake for the entire region and the world. The India-Pakistan conflict has deep roots. When the British partitioned the Indian subcontinent in 1947, the region of Jammu and Kashmir became a key flashpoint. It was a Muslim-majority area with a Hindu ruler who chose to join India, triggering the first of several wars between the two nations. Today, India controls roughly 2/3 of the region. Pakistan controls the rest, but both claim all of it. In 2019, India revoked Article 370 of its constitution, removing Kashmir's autonomous status. This move triggered outrage across Pakistan and unrest within Kashmir itself. Since then, both countries have maintained tense borders and a heavy military presence in the region. In May 2025, tensions exploded again. According to Indian military reports, Pakistan-based militants crossed the line of control, the de facto border, and launched an ambush, killing 12 Indian soldiers. Pakistan denies involvement, saying these were independent insurgents. India responded with airstrikes on suspected militant camps inside Pakistan-controlled territory. Pakistan retaliated with artillery fire. Satellite imagery shows troop buildup on both sides. India has reportedly deployed over 30,000 troops to the region. Pakistan has moved several air squadrons to forward bases. UN observers have called for de-escalation, but diplomatic talks have stalled. Tensions are now at their highest point since the 2019 Pulwama Balochistan strikes. Both India and Pakistan possess nuclear weapons. India has a no-first-use policy. Pakistan does not. This means that in a worst-case scenario, Pakistan could respond to a major Indian offensive with tactical nuclear strikes. Back in 2019, a Princeton University simulation of a limited nuclear exchange between the two nations projected over 125 million casualties. While most analysts agree that nuclear war is unlikely, the risk of accidental escalation is very real, especially with rising nationalism on both sides and breakdowns in communication. Pakistan's troubles aren't just at the border. The country is facing a deep internal crisis, one that threatens its unity. At the center of that crisis is Balochistan. Balochistan is Pakistan's largest province by area, but also its most underdeveloped. It's rich in gas and minerals, but plagued by poverty, poor infrastructure, and political repression. For decades, Baloch nationalist groups have accused the Pakistani government of economic exploitation and human rights abuses. They want independence, or at the very least, true autonomy. In March 2025, the Baloch National Liberation Front declared a transitional regional government and requested international recognition. Protests erupted. The Pakistani military cracked down hard. Over 150 civilians were killed in clashes, according to international rights groups. The United States and European Union condemned the violence, but stopped short of recognizing any separatist authority. China, which has billions invested in the region through the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, has remained publicly neutral. Pakistan has accused India of backing the Baloch movement, a claim India denies. Still, India has expressed support for the aspirations of the Baloch people, which has only escalated diplomatic friction. Meanwhile, Pakistani politics are in chaos. The civilian government, led by Prime Minister Maryam Nawaz, is clashing with the powerful military establishment behind closed doors. The economy is reeling, with 30% inflation, fuel shortages, and a collapsing currency. This isn't just a regional issue. A wider India-Pakistan war or a breakup of Pakistan would create a ripple effect globally. First, a refugee crisis. Millions could flee from border zones or contested regions. Second, economic shockwaves. The India-Pakistan region includes major trade routes, energy investments, and nuclear infrastructure. Third, power politics. India is aligned more closely with the West. Pakistan has grown closer to China and Russia. Any major destabilization could pull bigger powers into a proxy crisis. And with both countries armed with nuclear weapons, the margin for error is razor thin. As of late May 2025, both India and Pakistan remain on high alert. Cross-border firing continues sporadically. Pakistan's crackdown in Balochistan is intensifying, and efforts at international mediation have so far gone nowhere. If the crisis continues to escalate, we could see wider military confrontation along the line of control, further civilian unrest in Kashmir and Balochistan, and growing international pressure on both governments to step back from the brink. There is still time for diplomacy, but the window is closing. India and Pakistan have clashed before. But the situation in 2025 is different. There's more at stake, and more fuel on the fire. As internal pressures mount inside Pakistan and border tensions rise with India, the region sits on the edge of something far more dangerous. Politics Daily will continue tracking this story. Subscribe for daily breakdowns of global political events, without the spin. And if there's a conflict, policy, or international issue you want us to explain next, drop it in the comments.